Good day, everyone. I'm Cordova, and we are here to report Chapter 3 titled as Storage. Our learning objectives here are name the several general characteristics of storage system, describe the two most common types of hard drives and what they are used for today, discuss the various types of optical disks available today and how they are differ from each other. Identify some flash memory storage devices and media and explain how they are used today. List at least three other types of storage system. Summarize the storage alternatives for a typical personal computer. Our overview of this chapter covers the characteristics common among all the storage systems. The primary storage for most personal computers, the hard drive, how optical disks work, and the various types that are available today. Flash memory storage system, network and cloud storage, smart cards, holographic storage, and storage system used with large computer system. Storage alternatives for typical personal computer. So let us start. Storage media and storage devices. Medium, hardware where data is stored. So the examples of these are DVD, USB, floppy disk, and memory card on your computer or memory card on your CP, cell phone. Device. Medium is inserted into device to be used. So the examples of this is USB port. Uh, in order for your USB to work, it has to be plugged into your computer in order to retrieve data or receive data. So an extra definition here, storage can be internal or external or remote. We already know what internal and external is, but you might not have heard about the remote because they are commonly known as cloud storage, where you store data over network, and the example of this is Google Drive, which is the most common one that we have yet used during our online class. So next is storage device is typically identified by letter. So as you can see in this figure, the letter C is usually assigned to the first hard drive. So I will have to demonstrate it here in my computer. So as you can see here, there's Windows SSD. It is called the driver C. There's a C or the C drive. Next is random access versus sequential access. Random access or direct access allows data to be retrieved from any location on the storage medium. If you have numbers of files in your storage, then random access will randomly pick or load to retrieve data from that storage. Sequential access means retrieval of data can only occur in the order which it was physically stored on your storage medium. So sequential, from the word sequential, sequence. So in order. So if we have the random access, then that would be like 135782 or 93. So in sequential, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So next is logical versus physical representation. But first, we need to identify what is file, folder, and file name. So first, file. Anything stored on a storage medium such as a program, document, digital image, or song. Folder. Named place on a storage medium into which files can be stored. File name. Name given to a file by the user. So back to logical file representation versus physical file representation. So logical file representation is an individual's view of a document stored as one complete unit in a particular folder on a particular drive. A file that you have in your computer, like in your drive C, is a logical file representation. Physical file representation Computers access a particular document stored on a storage medium using its physical location or location. So if you have USB and it is plugged in your computer, it will have its own location path. Hard drives. Hard drives used to store most programs and data can be internal and external. So we already know what's a hard drive. We have internal hard drive and external hard drive. So let's proceed to magnetic hard drives. One or more permanently sealed metal magnetic disks with an access mechanism and read or write heads. Floppy disk is an example of a magnetic hard drive, but we don't usually use it anymore because it can only store data up to 5 MB. And unlike to what we have right now, like SSD, HDD, or USB, can hold up to 1 GB at least.